as the celebration for 100 follower that we hit on Thursday, and we're not at 110, so this is irrelevant, but I decided to make a video called Origin of Ink Vendetta. So I'm a fan of superhero movies, so I like the origin story, right? And I was always asking myself why. I know why we're called Ink Vendetta, and I always wonder if I share that with you guys, is it gonna break the magic? It's like, fuck it. Magic is made to be broken. Look at Harry Potter. If you look at the very first couple of books, I would say the first to the third were fucking amazing. The rest is actually pretty good, but it's a completely different story, right? And yeah, so let's bring the magic. Let's bring the magic together. Let's make it a science, right? As Thor and Iron Man would argue, like the origin story of me, myself, and I. So yeah, so even as a kid, like I was in probably kindergarten, right? I was told, yo, you're funny, right? You should be on TV. And the very same people would say, yo, you're kind of ugly, huh? Can't do much about that. I can do something about being funny, right? So I had this mentality where I was good enough for TV, but not beautiful enough. So as I grew up, I listened to a lot of radio, and I said radio could do something, right? But before I was 18, I only speak French, right? And French I speak very fast, and I got a speech impediment where people make me repeat and repeat and repeat. That like radio might not be it for me, right? So fast forward to high school, and again, I'm being told, yo, you should be a comedian. And a comedian, however, it doesn't matter how cute you are, how beautiful you are, you can still be a comedian, right? So I was like, okay, cool. That's some good stuff, right? So, as I do, because you guys have to know something about me. I post like 100 videos a day, but in reality, the truth is, I'm shit. I'm shit at being punctual. I'm shit at having a work ethic. I'm shit at doing every single thing I can, right? So when at 16 I made a YouTube channel, right? I wasn't good. I was expecting results because at that time YouTube was kind of popping in the real sense of the term. It was before the like the vlog, the Logan Paul, the Rice Gum, the Face Bangs, the Jake Paul, like the big name, right? It was more around the time of Fusi, and I was seeing those videos like, oh, this is cool, something I could do, right? So without being prank, I would do video about my day, but at that time I wasn't working, right? And I wasn't doing anything, but it was a lot of fun. And after a month where I thought I was gonna get amazing results because I had such a high expectation of myself out of people, right? Because as I said before in previous video, I'm not very social. I like a lot of social skills. I was like, yo, I'm the best person I know because I'm the best person I talk to every day because I'm the only person I talk to every day, right? I was like, okay, well, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. And it didn't work, so I stopped. Right, fast forward another 4 years, bro, my life was actually fucking perfect. Okay, I was 22. Can you not do that for me? Oh, sorry, Drake. Sorry, Champagne Papi. Copyright right away. So yeah, so I was working real close to home to a coffee shop, which was fucking nice. The boss was like a second father to me. Listen, I love my father. I absolutely love my father. He's like an amazing human being, but he wasn't really there when I was young, so I always had I kind of had those daddy issues, right? And the guy was like a father to me, right? And at first, I had everybody there was kind, everybody there was nice, everybody there was my friend. We used to do parties, and as again, I need to repeat myself. I didn't go to party. I used to be by myself, so that was a completely different dynamic. I had a girlfriend, Leia, who was fucking. She was the best. She really loved me, and I don't think I treated her right. Yeah, I didn't treat her right. She was my real first girlfriend, so I treated her as a guy treated his first real girlfriend. And I don't pay attention to your needs because I don't know that you have needs. Because I'm so focused on my own need, being alone and being single for all of these years. Now, when it comes to dealing with a situationship or a relationship, I can't do it because I don't know how. Right? So I had a perfect life. I had my until it all came crashing down. So the first thing, she broke up because I was being a dick, admittedly. My best friend unalived himself. Could have been more there, admittedly. And I lost my job because we changed boss. So the boss in the place I was working, and this is something I don't think it has anything to do with my origin, but it might have. So, as a person who's alone most of the time and does not have really real friend, I used to put myself a lot first. And back in those days, I used to love Kenny versus Penny. So this is a big admittance from me. This is a big confession you have. I just want to show you guys something. 6 a.m. It is 6:15 a.m. So yeah, so we're living the dream right now. I used to be obsessed with a show called Kenny versus Penny, and Kenny versus Penny, there was this character, Mosquito. Kenny was the kind of guy who would do anything for victory. So I would do anything to keep those friends, right? I would lie, I would cheat. And those people, they didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve it at all. But it worked, so I kept doing it. And my boss, so I was working in a coffee shop, right? And it was mostly girls. We were two guys, and the rest was all girls. And the girls, they were nice to me. The actual guy I was working with, the only one that was kind of a dick to me. It wasn't really a dick to me, but it wasn't the nicest, right? I was a dishwasher, and he would treat me like a dishwasher. He would treat me below him. He was very, I'm a chef here, and you're a dishwasher. So there's a hierarchy, and we're gonna respect the hierarchy, right? I didn't care because I liked the job. I liked the people I work with. So I was willing to make a couple of sacrifices from it, right? So fast forward, and the boss, the guy boss, he was kind of like a lot of people are gonna say that this is sexism. A lot of people are gonna say that this is not okay, and I don't think it's okay. But I can kind of understand it. He was a father who had boys. He saw possibly me and the other guy as his boys, and I remember we used to hide in the freezer to drink. So there was a special day called the Palette Day, which was a big marketing event, right? So the Palette Day. Oh, I remember this. Like, I wasn't a desk employee, but I was willing to put my all. I was willing to sacrifice everything. So back then, like I said, I had no friends. So I came at work with a sombrero, with a fake mustache, right? And the people, they were laughing. And the boss said, you're sure you want to do this? I said, I don't care. I'm doing this for this place. He was like, okay, he was impressed. And that same day we had wine, and we went to the freezer and we drank some wine, and the girl, they weren't invited. And I know that's not fair. Me personally, I was happy because I was part of like the inner circle. If you watch The Office, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But then I realized that those girls, they were my friend, and I just betrayed that trust. I just betrayed that friendship. So I feel really bad about myself. And not being depressed, I started focusing more on making sure that they were okay, making sure that I repair my mistake. I try to redeem myself, and I less focus on work. The boss left to open up his own macaroons, or a French dessert. The guy was French. Shop, I don't remember where exactly, but the new manager, she saw me and she's like, you're not working hard enough. I don't know why you're here. We have to keep you away. So I became depressed because this was my first big depression, my very first big depression. I was 22. I lost my best friend, my girlfriend. I lost my fucking amazing job. And it wasn't amazing. It wasn't. The minimum salary, I used to do 28 hours a week. I would eat ramen the whole day. And I fucking love ramen. There's not enough issues. Just I didn't have enough cash to survive. But I would put my happiness first, and that's really good. This is what we do. It's what I'm doing right now. I'm not making a cent out of those videos, but I'm putting my happiness first. But I understand now that I have a second plan. I have a job that I kind of like. I love my job. The job I have right now, I like it. But if you're asking me between making videos and working my job, I'm going to make videos. However, I understand I have to do my job to get money enough to be able to, like, just survive, right? I didn't understand that before that because I knew my dad and my mom, if I was in trouble, they will be here. But now my mom and my dad, they're pretty old, so I'm not gonna put that pressure on them. And I'm men enough. My father always ask me if I need money. My mom, she's always buying me clothes. She's always buying me food. Like I'm gonna starve, bro. Have you seen me? I'm fucking obese. I don't need food. And yeah, so I lost my job and I was kind of sad. So I stayed like 2 months. I stayed like a year without work. And I was already eating in my saving at that time. I'm gonna tell you the story, it's crazy. Right? I know this has nothing to do with creating vendetta, but it's like a domino effect. It's like a butterfly effect. A Single Butterfly Wing is amazing movie. Single Butterfly Wings that created a tornado that is in Vendetta. This is the butterfly wing. For a year. So after 2 months, I realized I wasn't doing anything. I started asking myself, what made you happy? And YouTube was making me happy. So I started doing YouTube. And now there was a reason to do YouTube, because now it was the time of the vlog. It was around 2018. A lot of people were making banks on YouTube. I was like, yo, this is a career, right? So I started making video about oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm gonna say this on stream, on video. I used to make video about personal growth, about advice to become a better person. Says a guy who just who was lying constantly to his friend, who was taking advantage of the situation by being a guy and being in the circle. I was a shitty person, right? I was a shitty person. I would give advice. So after 2 months, guess what happened? Nobody watched. So I was like, fuck it, right? And then I waited a year, and let me tell you something. I always had this bad relationship with food. I always had this really bad relationship with food. I'll make a video out of it like right after. And I would eat every day like $20 for like two bags of chips, a dessert, most likely an ice cream. Yeah. And before I knew it, I went to, oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. I went to pay at the cashier of the grocery store. I had like $40. My card was declined, insufficient fund. And it was like a 20 something. And we had a rent in 10 days. So by then I was working for Bedard Resources, which is a agency company, a temp agency company, right? So I'm like, okay. Then I found a job that I kind of liked, which was Quebec. I passed it every day if I'm going to work, which was kind of cool. It didn't work because at winter there was a lot less work, and I was a temp agency versus people that were unionized. And I had a bunch of jobs. And I realized one thing. Those jobs, they're shitty. The job I'm having right now, and you can see it on the video as I come to work with me. I love the people I'm working with. I love the place. The place I am, I love it. And it's crazy because I was working with one of my friends. You saw him in the video, and he was there for only 9 months, and they treat him bad. They said a lot of I don't know why. I think it's because he didn't like him or whatever the reason. But the guy would actually say hi like this, like wave hi, and they wouldn't answer him. So after 9 months, but me, the boys, like my little group of boys. I heard myself. I don't know why. I don't know how. Sorry. The group of boys, we were taking care of him, and after 9 months, he texted me last week. He said, "Yo, think I can visit?" And I'm like, "Why do you want to visit?" You fucking hate that place. Yeah, but I miss it. So you realize that it's a good place, and I've been working there for 7 years. But back to the story, right? So I was working in this place, and I was working in another workshop, then I was working in another workshop. I did 6 workshops before I found this place, and they all had one thing in common: they were boring. So what I did was I started hiding music in my ears. So at first, music was a relief. It was amazing. Then I started listening to podcasts, and Trailer Park Boys, a show you guys know I love because I did a many video out of it. Right? Trailer Park Boy came with a podcast, and I would listen to that shit daily. I know the first 3 episodes by heart because I couldn't wait to listen to them. And now they have 6 years worth of 52 episodes. So that's 312 episodes, right? Shout out to Trailer Park Boys. Give and take 612. Sadly, very sadly, I became dependent on music at work. So every place I went, I had music. And for most places, they wouldn't say shit, but some places I got off the job because of it. And the new place I'm having, which is honestly the best place I've ever worked at. The place I'm working right now is the best job I've ever had, and it might be my last because next year we're going to be closing it. And with the money I'm saving up right now, with the money we have for whatever, right? I'm working towards being financially safe for a couple of years so I can focus on making videos, and hopefully makes a journey out of it. Hopefully makes a living out of it. That's a dream. That's a real dream. To be able to do my craft and be able to live out of it, right? I want to be an artist. I want to be this kind of artist. I want to make videos, right? right? I was watching an interview with Mr. Beast yesterday, and it was just phenomenal to see the growth on the person. The growth is thanks to YouTube, and I want to make a YouTube, right? That's my dream, that's my aspiration. This is why we're making this video, because we just hit 100 follower, and we're going back 15 minutes ago when I said that. The reason why is because we hit 100 follower. Now, I know, now that I think about it, I know I'm a bit more awake. So it'll be more logistical, logistical. What the fuck, dude? I think that the fact that I think that now people care about my videos, like, yo, I'm bopping right now. I got 10,000 videos in like a week, right? And before I would get 800, because at 100, small unknown thing about YouTube, 100 followers, you become you don't have to be on the search. So for example, if you're below 100, and if people, they know your channel, they know your name, they're like, okay, yeah, I know who this is, they'll see the video. If they don't, they're not going to find you, right? Now you're appearing in suggestions, and it's a big difference, huge difference. I got 10 follower in 2 days, right? Which is 10% of what I used to have in 2.5 years. And yeah, so basically, to come back to this, at a place I was listening to music, right? So working at Tampa Embassy was one of the greatest experiences I have ever had. I traveled twice to them, but being put from places to places made me not really care about the places. So when I came in, I liked the people. When I came in, the job I have right now, I like the people I was working with, but I didn't really give a shit. So of course, at the end, they got tired, they got mean, and it became bullying, right? And so the bullying came to a place where I needed music. I had music before because I work in a place with a lot of Romanian, and I don't speak Romanian well. I do, but not that much. I can have a conversation. I can understand a conversation in Romanian, but I am not able to have the. I'm basic. I'm a bit above average. I'm a bit above average of Romanian learner. And I had music to just like pass the time, right? And I became obsessed. I became so I've been working there for 7 years. Let's do the math together, okay? I have an application. Let's do the math together, guys. I have an application that makes me listen to 2 times speed. I want you guys to think that there's, say, 52 weeks out of 1 year. Let's make give and take with the holidays, with the vacation. We have 49 weeks. 49 weeks times 5. That is 450. That is 495, right? Add 100, and I've been working for. I've been working for so long that I listened to music. So at first, music was enough. Then it became podcast. Then I got sick of podcasts because I would listen to podcasts for every day for a year. I went back to music. Then I went back to, and my issue is I was working so much. I used to go to, okay, so this is something that nobody knows. I used to go to a shop because I didn't have Wi-Fi. Because I lived so poor for so many years that I didn't want to have Wi-Fi, because I was like, okay, well, this job, is it safe? Is it a good place? It is a good place, but it is a good place enough for me to be like, yo, I can abandon myself. I can get Wi-Fi, I can get Netflix, I can get things that I have to pay every week, right? Pay every month, sorry. Bills that I have on a monthly. So I would go to a little shop kind of far from my house, like 45 minutes, not to get recognized. I would spend nights there, and I would download song music, and I got 5 hours every. I used to do 10 hours every week. Just download shit, right? And I wasn't really looking for a new, so I went back to Onage Pranks, right? And by a fucking miracle, this is why I love YouTube. And I recommended a video from Kid Boga, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite creator, right? He fucking saved me because I discovered his channel thanks to suggested. I saw one of the video and I laughed so hard I had to get more of him. I noticed that he was doing a video for 3 years. I became obsessed with Kid Boga. I used to listen to him day and night. And yeah, so we listened to Kid Boga, and yo. It's funny because just before that I was listening to Nick Avocado, who does mukbang, and I would download the MP3 version of his video and I would listen to them. Right, and that's the same situation that happened. Nico Cado was doing video for about 3 years, and I listened to the old video from 3 years. I listened to Kid Boga, and I listened to all of it. Guys, I don't think you understand. I'm watching 80 hours of content every single week. Who does that? Who creates that amount of video? Well, I do, but this is because I'm crazy. So you see, we had the 80 hours, and I just took it, Boga. And before every video, we would say, "Oh, if you want to see more of me, come see me on Twitch." And I was like, "Bro, I still have your whole channel, right? Don't give a shit about Twitch. I don't even know what Twitch is." And so yeah, so we completely ignore it, and then the eventual happened. I listened to the whole channel about 3 times. And then I went on Twitch because I wanted to do it. And I saw gameplay. And you guys remember about 12 minutes ago when I said I was called too ugly to make TV? Well, I was a gamer. I was always a gamer. So the best years of my life, or when I was 20, right? I was going to say 21, but no, it's 20. So my father kicks me out because I don't have a job and I'm not going to school. So I'm basically doing nothing. So, right? Because I'm lazy. I told you guys, when I'm not doing something I love, I'm extremely lazy. If it wasn't because I love making videos, I wouldn't be filming, I wouldn't be uploading as much as I am. I got 90,000 videos on the channel, and it's because I love it. So basically, we went a year, like a solid year, where I took all of my kid saving. We discovered at my father's house. I was 19. I discovered emulator, and I was a gamer. So I downloaded my favorite GBA, Game Boy Advance ROMs. We downloaded some GBC. We downloaded some PSP, and for a solid year, I would listen to opinion radio the whole day, French Québécois. Opinion radio, which was something that was never expected. I loved it. It was like this program where people would say what they want, they would swear. And I was like, holy shit, this is so cool, bro. I would listen to it all day. And when I do say all day, I mean all day. So the show would finish at 8, and the whole night they would replay the key moment of the day, and I would watch it the day and the night. I was in love. I would play some emulator in the background. Sadly, the public radio didn't make enough money, so it was replaced by a sport radio. I didn't give a shit about sport, so I was still playing emulator. I was watching DVDs. Long story short, I would do nothing. So I'm a gamer. When I saw Twitch, I was like, holy shit, I can make those videos and I can make a game, right? Oh, I have to show you the sun. Just so beautiful. It's really waking up. It is 6:30 a.m. And yeah, so I discovered those videos. I discovered that I like making those videos. I was like, holy shit, that's just pretty fucking cool. So I thought that was video games that you could do on Twitch. I started doing Twitch, but I always had this passion about YouTube, right? So I started uploading them on YouTube. And yeah, this is how we created Ink Vendetta. Now, the thing I'm not saying, because I wasn't going to include it, but I think if I want to be honest with you guys, I have to. So because I didn't care about the work, people got mean, I got bullied a lot, right? And I was looking for this escape, so that's why we created Ink Vendetta. Ink Vendetta was the character. So the 2 YouTube channels I did before were close to my name. So the first one was my actual name. I was 12 years old, I didn't know better. The second one was something similar. It was a nickname I used to have. Ink Vendetta was complete invention. You know why? I have a nickname at work, which is Chum, because this is bro in French, and I'm very friendly. And I was getting bullied, so I was like, yo, I need to make a character that's not gonna get bullied. So we created Ink Vendetta. Ink Vendetta was supposed to be so we're looking for a name, and that day, out of complete luck, I watched V for Vendetta. Yeah. And V for Vendetta taught me a lot of things. But I watched it that day, and I was like, I have tattoos. Let's call myself Ink Vendetta. So after a month, people realized that I was a sweet guy. I was really myself more than Ink Vendetta. I created a character not to get bullied, but I didn't come into the character until right now. And yeah, so this is the existence of Ink Vendetta. I created this character who was bullied. So creating those videos, they escape from bullying. I knew I love it. I knew I wanted to do it. The reason there was a difference between filming for making videos, because if I was a gamer, I would have streamed like once a week, but I need to escape, so I did every day. Even in the beginning, I would stream every day because I was a gamer. I was gaming every day. I watched my first Day Gone stream yesterday. I rewatched it, and it was 12 days in. right? So all of this to say that again, I came from a place where I wanted to create content, where that was artistic. Came from a place where I had no aspiration except for doing that. Came from a place for being bullied and escape. It came from a place of me wanting to do something with my life, and YouTube happened. As always, I love you guys. Peace.